It's day 8, it's July 2nd, 2016. My name is Mo Agostino, Chief Commodity Strategist with Farms.com Risk Management, and we're starting our crop tour in the state of South Dakota. And just some quick facts about South Dakota. The corn record yield was 159 last year. 2014 wasn't that far behind. We've got 5.7 million acres in 2016. That's up from 2015 at 5.4. Corn is rated 73% good to excellent, 5% very poor to poor. That compares to the nation at 75%. For soys, record yield again was last year at 446. 14 was 45. 5.15 million soy acres. That's an update from the June acreage report from the USDA. That's up 5% from 15 at 4.9. The crops are 75% rated good to excellent. That's actually above the national average at 72. With wheat, we got about 2.756 million acres total compared to last year, 2.154. That's up 28%. There's a lot of more acres here. The soft red winter wheat is rated 65% good to excellent versus the nation at 62. The spring wheat at 58 versus that's lower than the nation at 72%. The yield averaging all wheat 44. Versus 14, that's down a little bit there. So did you know that in the state of South Dakota, there's more cattle than people? There's about 17,000 ranchers. Now, we've got this cornfield here from who we've talked to thus far. It's been a wet spring. We're starting to get a trend here. This common theme is that it was too wet. We got our corn in, it was delayed. This is about 1 to 2 weeks behind schedule. So again, there's that 50% that's going to pollinate the next 2 weeks. The other 50% that was planted late in late May will pollinate between July 10th and the 20th. Weather is going to be very critical here in the next month or so. It's either going to make or break this crop. Still has lots of potential. But another common theme we're seeing is that it's dry. For the month of June, it was hot and dry, and we're starting to see cracks in the soil. That's not good. It's not as bad as 2012. 2012, you could drop a pen and it would go down into the soil. So this is getting critical. It's another sunny day here. I think we came up from Nebraska. It looks like they got some rain here overnight in Nebraska, in that border South Dakota, Nebraska, but doesn't look like. A lot of the guys here are saying that they're missing the storms. The storms just seem to be going south. We're not traveling north. We're on 250th Street, just west of Baltic, South Dakota. We were here last year. So just trying to do some comparisons. This is a really good soybean field. This area, as you go further north, got a little bit more rain in the spring. Not as dry as that southern part that we were just at. Not really seeing any cracks. Looks like this field was just sprayed, is blooming, but looking good so far. We're traveling north on Highway 29 in South Dakota. We're on 22, just below Summit, South Dakota, and this corn is about chest high. Corn last year at this time was higher than my head. We're behind this. As we travel further north, the corn's a little bit shorter than the very south. This area has been getting a little bit more rain, and but that rain stopped. The month of June has been dry. We can see cracks in the soil. This is about 30 inches. What a difference a year makes. Last year, we just saw a lot of drowned out areas because of too much moisture, and now this year it's very dry. We're traveling west on Highway 12. We're near Grotto, South Dakota. These are some beans here that are blooming, almost knee-high. But the grass here is brown, and that to me means that they've had some really dry weather here. The beans, this is not typical what we're seeing here in South Dakota. The beans, some of the fields are maybe a little bit shorter. Some of them are just popping out. Some of them got delayed because of that wet spring here. So, but this is a later crop and still got lots of time to produce a good crop. Last year, South Dakota had a record yield, so still some time to achieve that, but we're going to need some rain here soon. It's day 9, it's July 3rd, and we're traveling north on Highway 281, just north of Aberdeen. And we're going to end our tour in South Dakota. I want to thank my sponsors, Pentatillage and Pride Seeds. We started in near just below Sioux Falls in South Dakota, and those crops were a little bit better. Maybe a little bit further ahead than some of the ones up here in northern South Dakota. The entire state has had a lot of moisture through the spring. It looks like the northern part of South Dakota got a little bit more than the southern part. We've seen some drowned out conditions. Overall, not bad, you know. Not seeing any stress of any sort. I don't even see any crop stress, although the only thing that seems to be a common theme from state to state is it is getting dry, so they did get the moisture, but the month of June was hot, and we're starting to see cracks in the soil. So at this point, I'm going to rank South Dakota an average crop, and I'm going to rank it a 6.5 for now.